Hello and welcome to Miller Realty Group's Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patti Mercer. When it comes to York County, South Carolina, visit yorkcounty.com is the place to find out where to go, what to do, and how to fill your stomach. So that's why this week's Talk of the Town is featuring Visit York County. We're going to talk with Brianna Francis to get the latest. And while we get the latest, if you want to see what's happening in your area, maybe you're thinking about buying or selling your home, make it so simple. Call Carmen Miller or check out beautiful listings at carolinahomesearch.com. Until then, let's check in with Brianna and see what heads and beds are all about. Well, you know, when I think about Visit York County, I think about heads and beds. This is something that I hear you guys talk about. So let's explain when we say heads and beds and Visit York County, how those two go together.
Yeah, so Visit York County is responsible for not only marketing all the great things that are going on in the county that visitors can come do, but making sure that they're staying in our hotels and eating in our restaurants and enjoying all the great things as well. That's because once they stay in a hotel, that accommodations tax goes back to the county and then funds more leisure activities.
Where we are today is an example of a brand new lodging hotel. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we've had 5 hotels open so far this year,
wow,
which is fantastic. You've seen a couple in Rock Hill, right along 77. This is Home2 Suites here in Fort Mill. We've had another one open up on Gold Hill Road and another one actually opened on Carowinds Boulevard just not too long ago. So we are seeing a hotel boom with more than 4,000 hotel rooms in York County.
You gotta have a reason for people to come to York County to fill the rooms. Tell me about what York County represents in terms of providing those reasons.
Yeah, so the reason we're having a hotel boom is because they're seeing how many sports events we are actually having here in Rock Hill and in Fort Mill that Rock Hill PRT as well as us are bringing into the area together to fill these hotel rooms. So we were running out of rooms, so they started building new hotels so that we could fill them.
And sports tourism became a way to rebrand this area. So tell us about some of the sports that are really big and the accommodations from just playing that sport we have to offer.
Yeah, Rock Hill Parks Recreation and Tourism is a leader in the country for sports tourism. It's hard to believe that, but it's absolutely true. It started with
happened in my lifetime.
I know,
it's amazing.
Watching Cherry Park develop, Mighty Casey in the middle of all of it and bringing those baseball and softball tournaments there, to then building the BMX track for the World Championship there that they've had and they're going to bring again in a few years. And now we've got the Rock Hill Sports and Events Center. So any type of sport, we're able to touch it here in Rock Hill, and that's evident through our world-class sports facilities that Rock Hill PRT manages.
This is so great because where you have families traveling to compete in sports tournaments, you've got additional moms, dads, siblings, cousins, grandparents. You got a lot of a fan base that may be traveling along with that one sports person. They got to eat, they've got to find entertainment. Tell me about how you communicate just the local options for doing some of the local fun things.
Well, we just started a brand new partnership with Rock Hill PRT. So we are helping them bring sports tournaments here. So we were able to bring 36,000 people to stay in hotel rooms over just the past 2 months. And while they're here, we want to make sure they're eating right in downtown. They're enjoying things to do, what you can do during COVID. So we're really putting brochures out at all of the PRT facilities, QR codes that they can scan and find restaurants near them, things to do for the kids, maybe get them into Adventure Air and jump around while the big brother or big sister is playing in a tournament. York County is unique, right? We have beautiful restaurants, Flipside Cafe, our local state chef ambassador. We've got history, we've got the water, anything you really want to do, we've got a little piece of everything, which makes it the ideal location.
Now we know that COVID hit hard, especially as it relates to sports and games activity. Tell me a little bit about how that impacted Visit York County back in March and where you are today.
It got as bad as you can imagine. Some of our major hotels on Dave Lyle Boulevard were operating with 4 to 5 staff members for a 7-day-a-week, 24-hour open hotel. So it got really, really bad for a while. We were down in the teens on some of our exits for occupancy numbers. So you're looking at, 100-room hotel rooms that are maybe having 2 to 3 rooms a night. The only thing that was saving us was that we are so close to the interstate for a travel through to go to the beach, or Canadians that were actually coming back from Florida to Canada before the shutdown fully started. April was our worst month. We saw it at lower than 50% occupancy of where it was the year prior. So May started to open up just a little bit more, and we started to see people go to the beach for Memorial Day. And then June, a little bit more as people went to the beach. And then July and August, we were full blown with our sports with Rock Hill PRT filling those. So we were able to fill 36,000 hotel rooms over 2 months, which has helped them operate at a level where they can bring 80 to 90% of their staff back. And some hotels are even hiring right now, which is the best thing we could see.
You all got together and supported a very unique thing that South Carolina was doing.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
We're helping with the Palmetto Priority right now, which is an operation that the state, along with the South Carolina Restaurant and Lodging Association, as well as Discover South Carolina, put together. And it shows what restaurants are going above and beyond to make sure that you're going to be safe while you're dining there. So we've got a list of those on our website, visit yorkcounty.com, and we had more than 70 restaurants that signed up, from Clover to Filbert and all the way down to York, here in Rock Hill and Fort Mill as well. So every area had a Palmetto Priority restaurant, and I can't say enough about what our restaurants are doing, and asking people to continue to have patience with them as they navigate this with the rising prices that they're trying to combat, and just doing takeout, anything imaginable to keep their doors open and keep you fed.
It's so nice to see this reopening and somewhat resuming to the norm, but you're still, all of us are having to implement the CDC safety guidelines.
Yep.
Tell us about how you're able to host these tournaments and do it in a way that is safe for everybody.
Well, it starts with communication before they even get to our destination. Rock Hill PRT is doing an excellent job of communicating them. When you are inside our facilities, this is exactly the cleaning procedures. This is how you need to come in, when you need to leave, so that the occupancy numbers are correct. And our hotels are also filling the bill there as well. If you walk inside any of our hotels, you're going to see the markers on the floor, hand sanitizer everywhere, masks required. York County and Rock Hill PRT are really doing their part in making sure that we're safe here.
Well, that's it for this edition of Miller Realty Group's Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patti Mercer. If you're thinking about buying or selling your home, it's so easy. Just call Carmen Miller or check out lots of listings by simply going to CarolinaHomeSearch.com. While you're there, you can see past episodes of Talk of the Town, Carolinas. And don't forget, visit YorkCounty.com. So simple to see all the reasons to fall in love with York County. Until next time, bye-bye.